Hi everyone, my name is Hua.
Hi everyone, my name is Jennifer.
This is the second class in our series of credit and personal finance classes. This class is going to be about how to audit and fix your credit report. My name is Hua. I'm a CTO of Gen Financial Solutions, and I'm here to talk about credit as well. But the main presenter will be Jennifer. So, Jennifer.
So if you guys have attended the class last time, you already know what we covered. But if you have not, please go back to the first class and watch the video for the first class. So the first class, we talked about the basic of credit. So, different credit score, why each one of us have so many different credit score, and what consists or what contribute your score and what you can do to build or rebuild your credit score, right? This class, yeah, so we talked about last class, we talked about the process of fixing credit. This class, however, we're going to go deeper into the process, and we're going to teach you how to actually look at your credit report and understand fully what is being shown on your credit report. Because with my experience, about 95% of the time when I talk to someone during our consultation, when I ask the question, when was the last time that you looked at your credit report? Everybody say, oh, last week, yesterday, or whatever, but it turned out that they never really look at their credit report. What they looked at is actually their credit score on Credit Karma. That's not their credit report. So that's why I think it's very important that today we cover, how to read your credit report.
Okay, and in October we're gonna have another class, which is our third class in this series on budgeting and getting out of debt. So I'm really excited for this. This looks like it's going to be a very fun class as well. So tune in for that. Again, the presenters. So before we get into this class today, I want to go over some of the fundamentals that we covered last time, just to make sure everyone's on the same page and we all remember, because this is very important when it comes to credit. So our credit wheel basically is consisted of 5 different categories. The first is the credit utilization. How much money do you allow to how much money do you owe versus how much money you're allowed to spend. That's credit utilization. The second one is 35% payment history. So this is the biggest chunk in your credit wheel. The third is new credit, which is 10%. This is things like inquiries. If you're applying for new cards, new loans, this will affect your credit score, and this 10%. The fourth is 15% length of credit history, which is basically how long is your credit account been established. The longer it is, the more you'll get points from here. And the last is credit mix. If you have different types of credit, like loan, credit cards, stuff like that, then it will be boosted in this category. So some of the few things to remember is always pay on time. This will help with your credit history. To do the easiest thing is to set up an automatic payment so you don't have to worry about it and you don't have to think about it. Third thing is check your account frequently. Usually audit your credit account, make sure that there's no charges that you don't recognize, and checking your account frequently also help you with budgeting as well. The fourth is keep your utilization low. Less than 30% is recommended. If it's above 30%, it will impact your credit score. Now, credit utilization is also the fastest way to improve your credit. So if you want to improve your credit, pay off some of your debt, it will help you a lot. Don't close your unused accounts. Don't apply for too many credit accounts unless you need it, and diversify your credit file. We recommend to have 2 installment loans and 3 credit cards. All right, so Jen, take it away.
All right. So when was the last time you checked your credit score, right? And this is the part that I always ask everyone during the consultation. And like I said, people tend to say, well, this morning, yesterday, last week, last month, whatever the case, but it's pretty recent. But that's the credit score. So most common place that people look at the credit score is Credit Karma, Credit Sesame, or one of the bank app, right? But then when was the last time that you check your credit report is the question that people, have this aha moment because they haven't, most of them haven't checked it for a long time, right? So then there are actually ways for you to check your credit report. Because of COVID, so before COVID, you can actually go to annualcreditreport.com and you can check it for free once a year. But because of COVID, annualcreditreport.com allowed you to check your credit once every week now. So the next slide, I believe we will show you how to check your credit. But wait, why is it important? Okay, so so why is it important to audit your credit reports, right? So most people think that your credit score is just these 3-digit credit score, and each one of us only have 1 or 3 credit score. However, we have so many different credit score, and score is not the most important. It's important, but it's when you are in the process of fixing your credit, one of the things that I would advise is for you to not score watching. Score watching means I have clients that every single morning, the first thing they wake up is to look at their credit score. It's going to give you anxiety. However, there are ways for you to do that will help with your credit situation, not just looking at the score, right? When you look at your credit report, it actually help you. It's one of the important steps in help you rebuilding and maintaining good credit. Your credit report also show what the lenders will see. So when you look at the credit report before you go see the lender, you actually can detect inaccuracy and incomplete information before the lender see it, and then try to fix it yourself before letting the lender pull that credit report. Because whenever the lenders pull credit report, it hurts your credit score by the 10%, remember? So the other thing is, for example, identity theft. Identity theft in America is very common right now, and especially the first week of August 2021, which is very recent. Right now it's September 8, 2021. So first week of August 2021, T-Mobile announced a data security breach, right? And they even say that about over 40 million consumers' data information like social security, date of birth information that are just out there. So when you look at your credit report and know how to audit it, it stops identity theft and potential identity theft if you see anything that is suspicious, and credit card fraud early on. So if you're someone that, let's say you got married before and you now got divorced, or and then during the marriage in the past you have joint account with your previous partner, or you just simply have joint account with other people, and for some reason other people forgot to make payments, right? By looking at your credit report and audit your credit report, it helps you detect all the mistakes that you don't know about on that particular joint account that you have with other people. Maybe they forgot to make a payment in the past that you don't know, and now come to the time that you're about to apply for a mortgage, you need to know all of this. And it is important to check all 3 credit bureaus, because creditors may report to only one bureau, but if you only check one, you don't know which one it's going to be. So negative items that can affect your credit. These are all the negative items that can affect your credit, like check system. If you have, basically you overdraft on your bank account and you're not able to put the money back in for a period of time, they put you in check system. And once you're in check system, typically you won't be able to open bank account at a major bank. Late payment, collection, charge off, foreclosure, bankruptcy, tax lien, child support, evictions, repossession. Repossession is like, if you have a car loan and you fail to make the car payment after a certain point, the lender is going to just take your car away. Merchandise are going to take your car away. Student loans late payment, or you have identity theft, because if you have identity theft and they go in and they open your account, they open accounts under your name, it could potentially affect your credit.
Okay, So thank you, Jen. Right now, I'm going to go over the step-by-step on how to get your credit report. If you can all go to annualcreditreport.com. So annualcreditreport.com, it will look like this. If you click on request your free credit report on here, it'll be like the first thing that you see in a red button. They will take you to this kind of timeline. First is fill out a form, request your credit report. So once you do that, it will take you to a page where there's a form with information such as your first name, last name, social security number, and some other information such as your address and your date of birth as well. So fill out those information. After you finish, it will ask you if you want to request the credit report from all three bureaus, which is Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Now, normally you would choose all of them, but for the purpose of this class, let's just choose TransUnion because I think they have a really cool credit report that we can look at. Okay, so for TransUnion, once you click on TransUnion, check in here, and you click next, they will ask you for your a few information to verify your identity. Now, that would be your email address and your phone number. After that, you can select text messages or phone call to get a 5-digit code that they will send to your phone. Once you get this 5-digit code, you can put it on here into the security passcode and click on continue after the verification is completed. Now, after you click continue, they will show you your credit report right here. And I'm cropping it out because this is actual my information and everything is in here. So I'm not going to show you guys. My social security number and everything is on here. But if you look at the page, there is a button that says print or save report right here. I want you guys to click on it, and it will show this pop-up, and I want you to make sure that the destination is save as PDF and then continue or okay. Okay, so after you're done with that, click on get your next report or finish, and then click on no, I'd like click on yes, I want to return to annualcreditreport.com now. So basically, once you do that, it will take you out of the TransUnion experience and go back to annualcreditreport.com, so that annualcreditreport.com will take you to the next bureau site to get your credit report. Okay, so let us know if you have any problem getting the credit report. We will be super happy to answer everything. So leave it in the comment or chat. We will check that and we will make sure that we answer all your questions if you are stuck on getting your credit report. It should be pretty simple and easy step-by-step on the website. Now, Jen is going to go over how to fix the negative information on your credit report.
So there are a few common information on the credit report that I see that most of the time I see is being reported wrong. About 75 to 85% of the time when I am on a consultation and I go over the personal information section, which is the very first section that you're going to see on your credit report, typically people find wrong information being reported on here, such as name. So maybe the spelling of the name is wrong spelling of your name, or sometimes the last name is wrong, first name is wrong. The addresses is super common as well. I have countless time that people look at the addresses and they're like, well, I've never lived in Florida, in California, or I've never lived in Utah, or I've never lived here. Why is the address on there? And they have this like freak moment that they freak out, right? So make sure you check this personal information carefully. Make sure your name is all spelled out correctly. Your addresses is the same, aligned with whatever the address that you are currently staying at right now. This step is a very, very crucial step during the credit fixing process. Actually, it's one of the first steps that you should do, and you should always do this to fix your personal information first. Then date of birth also. I have a client that his date of birth is like way off, and just so you know, fixing the personal information section is so important, because if you don't fix the personal information section, when you go and you dispute or challenge this credit information, sometimes it make it harder. For example, if you have an address, typically this address can associate with an account that's being reported on here. And if that's an address that you don't recognize, by simply removing this address, it helps with the process of fixing your credit as well. Or your date of birth, if the date of birth is wrong, and that wrong date of birth was used to apply for one of the loans of the credit card, by removing that wrong date of birth, it helps with the process of fixing your credit. And then after the personal information section, this is so for the simplicity purpose, I put in the credit report that actually is not pulled by annualcreditreport.com. So this particular credit report is actually one of our customer, and for security purposes, we wipe out the account number information. And we use a different credit monitoring platform. And the reason why I use this credit monitoring platform is because it shows side by side the 3 credit bureau in 3 columns, so we can actually see everything easier. Unlike annualcreditreport.com, we have to basically go and look at TransUnion separately, and then Experian separately, and then Equifax separately. And this credit monitoring service also provides a credit score. So with annualcreditreport.com, because it's free, there's no credit score associated with it. Okay, so now let's look at this particular account. So this is the same account, and they provide TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax data. One of the most common information that I see is being reported on a credit report inaccurately is the date of last activity. So if you look at the date of last activity, you will see that TransUnion date of last activity means the date of the last time that you make a payment for this account. For example, is June 14, 2019. Experience June 1st, 2019, and Equifax is September 1st, 2018. So it's almost a year apart, right? And under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, here's the thing, under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, we as consumer, we have the right to dispute or challenge any information that we see in the credit report that's being reported inaccurate, incorrect, inconsistent, or in error. So this is one of the particular example. Or if you look at the high balance under TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax, they are way different, right? The high balance is right under account number. Right under account number, the second line. You see that? So it's very, very different. So these are the ground for us to challenge the bureau, right? For my particular situation, when I did an audit on my credit report, I found a duplicate account, for example. So I have a Discover card. I don't owe any money, but it shows that I have 2 different Discover accounts, even though I only have 1. So it's a duplicate account. Now, this might not be a good thing to have for people that carry a high balance on a card. If it's duplicate, it's going to affect their credit score a lot more, because now it might affect their credit utilization as well. Okay. So how to fix negative information? First of all, like I said, when you do the credit analysis on your entire credit report, right, you can analyze and compare across the 3 bureaus and see, find the differences. If comparing from like the entire credit report for each bureau is too difficult, we're gonna probably put the link down below for you guys, so you guys can click on that link and get the credit report that has that comprise has all the 3 bureaus on that credit report. So
yeah, like this one. So there is a way to get a credit report with all 3 bureaus in the same sheet, so it's easier to compare everything. It does cost like a few dollars for like a trial, and then once you audit your credit report, you can either cancel it or you can keep the account going. So we can leave the information in the comment section or the.
A lot of our clients, after they graduated from the program, they actually decide to keep it because it's the credit monitoring service. So it does provide $1 million identity theft protection. And then also it has some cool function to kind of, if you have like a lot of credit cards and you have balances on those credit cards, that program basically tells you how much you need to pay towards each card on which day in order to gain how many points on your credit card, which is really cool. That's why some of our clients love it and they keep it. So how to fix negative information, right? First of all, you find out all the inconsistency across the 3 bureaus, and then you can basically just write it on a letter. This is called one of the dispute tactic. It's called factual dispute, right? So when it comes to factual dispute, basically you just look at all the facts and point out the differences. And basically under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, we as consumer, we have the right to dispute any information that's being reported incorrectly or inaccurately on the credit report or in error that we find. So if you would like to have the sample letter, email us. We can send you the sample letter as well. Okay, but why we do this, right? There are many different ways that people fix credit. Factual disputing is only one of the way. We don't do factual disputing. What we do is Metro 2 compliance. So Metro 2 compliance is very different than factual disputing, and it's a lot more complicated. So we're not going to cover in this session. But we want to show you this as one of the ways that you can do it yourself, because there are many scamming credit repair company out there in the industry. And I want to point out what you need to look for and expect from a credit repair company. Okay, so no upfront fee. You should not expect any upfront fee. If any credit repair company asks you for an upfront fee, you need to run. No guarantees. Okay, under the Credit Repair Organizational Act, any legitimate credit repair company cannot guarantee you the result or the timeline or the spot changes or deletion. So no promises. So why are you paying a credit repair company to work on your credit file, right? We are a credit repair company too. So why are you paying someone like us? So you are paying for the knowledge and the hard work, because we work really hard on your file. And during the credit repair process, we pride ourselves in terms of not being a credit repair company, not just a credit repair company, but is a credit education company, credit university, right? So this is the previous slide. We kind of show you a way to dispute it on your own. During the that's why we have the consultation session on Zoom, because if it's something that's easy fix, we rather you fix it yourself. If you're someone that willing to learn and you want to try it out yourself, we'll just show you the way and there's no fee for it. If it's something that has a lot of issue, right, and you need like special attention and you need professional help, that's why we're here. But we want to make sure that we let you guys know about the no upfront fee and no guarantees, because a lot of the time when people reach out to me, they basically always ask, well, do you guarantee? And they really look for the guarantee part, and don't do that. Okay, so be patient and responsible with your credit also, because we can help you and educate you on credit, but you are the person who determine your credit outcome. I have had clients that basically, as we remove the negative items, they go and they have like maybe speedy cash loan here and there, and it hurts their credit score at the end. So once you are determined about building and rebuilding your credit, and you serious about needing help, please reach out to us. We would love to have a consultation with you.
Awesome. So thank you everyone for signing up for the class. Make sure if you want to get the latest updates and so, invitation to the next class, make sure you register at this link right here. If you would like a sample letter on disputing, make sure to send an email to us at info@genfinancialsolutions.com. We will send you the example letter. Okay, so I think that's it for today. Thank you everyone for coming.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.